Okay, so as I was explaining um, before, um, everything, well, not everything, the brake and the gas pedals were working on these two boards, which I used for testing. And so I decided to like finalize the setup of these two boards by um, using a smaller Arduino Pro Micro, which is actually a Leonardo made in a very small form factor. So using the same um, uh, processor. So they're practically the same. And this is exactly the same um, load cell amplifier. Um, I tested all the connections from these headers to the boards, and they're all good. So I'm guessing it could be a connection between here and the pedals. So I'm gonna try one by one each of the pedals, connecting them and testing if they work, basically. Um, Now I just set up um, an Arduino IDE on my MacBook. So I'm not using the same setup on my PC, which I'm using to test it on the rig. So there might be some slight differences. But anyway, just for us to test if the Arduino is actually getting some reading on from the sensors. I'll probably just use some of the sample sketches that are available, or maybe make a simple sketch that would basically um, read from the sensors. So I'll go ahead and start with the brake pedal, um, which is using 200 kilogram load sensor. Um, it has these four connectors, which I wired to the load cell amplifier, which is this one. So I'm connecting it now. Okay, I'm gonna go to my Arduino and use this sample load cell sensor. So it's using a library um, which was written to basically read the sensor. So now we have to define where or what pin the data, which is what the camera are you seeing. Okay, let me bring up also the board. Okay. it's not so clear. It's not focusing. But anyway, so data coming from this pin is supposed to be connected to our pin 4. But let's confirm that by doing a continuity test. Let me unplug my. Let's unplug it from here. Okay. So data. Let's see. So, tester. Okay, data should be going to pin 4. Which is good. And clock goes to pin 5. There are no shorts. It's not connected anywhere else except pin 5. Okay, data. Make sure it's not connected anywhere else. Hey. Oh, no, I was touching the ground, sorry. This is the ground. And this is the power. VCC, where's VCC? There. So everything's wired up correctly. So I'm gonna go connect the board again. And we'll try making sure it's connected. We'll try uploading this simple program. Basically, what it does, let's change this, read data from pin 4, clock would be on pin 5. Yep. Okay, so what it will do is it will plot a simple graph reading from our load cell sensor. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to upload it. No connection established. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Could it be because we unplugged it? Let's try that again. Upload. No connection established. Let me close the Arduino and open it again. I'm gonna save that. Hold on. Let's run the Arduino. Okay, here we are again. Let's open the example HX plotter. Okay. Change this to 4 and 5. Select our board. Okay. It's an Arduino Leonardo. Okay. I hope it connects. Compiling, uploading, and it's good. Now let's open the plotter. There you can see the plotter. So I'll try to move the pedal. See if it's making any impact. Just to make things easier, I'll just, so I can just push this down hard. And it doesn't seem to be making any change at all. There should be at least where's the plotter? It's not moving enough. Fine. It's just fluctuating between. So is it just the connection then? Let's see. We want to make sure this is plugged in tightly. Okay. Well, that spike is obviously just my hand touching the signal. I mean, affecting the resistance because that's how it measures the weight, by varying the resistance between these four wires, basically, in simple terms. Hey, I think it did. Okay, I think it's now working. Yeah. Let's restart the program. So, okay, now that seems to be working. So it was indeed the connection. This connection was not. Let's restart the program, because if you notice in this code, we're supposed to calibrate this. In my calibration on my PC, I just use a 200 constant that makes it lighter, basically. Now this here, scale there, sets the 0 point. So I guess we did not set that properly because it wasn't reading it at the start. So what we'll do now is restart it. Okay. And so now it's in 0. Okay. So that if we move it, now we're reading something. Good. That's good. Like, oh, now what happened? Do we have, could it be that we have a defective load sensor? Because now it's not reading again. Is it the wire? Or is it the connection again? No, no, it's not. Yeah, well, we don't know if it's a problem with the load sensor or these things get loose as we were, well, not really, we were not touching it at all, but maybe the wire, the small movements of the wire might be affecting it. So that's not good. So still no reading. No reading. Mm-hmm. I doubt if there was any conductivity there. It was being shorted for some reason. But so far, this is what we've identified as a so no movement at all. Again. Now, so that's what we need to find out. Earlier we fixed that by pushing these pins. So let's try that again. And if that's really the case, yeah, that seems to be the case. Yeah. So it's working again. It's working again. Now, for how long, we don't know. So what I'm gonna do is probably change the connector. You're coming from the wire, maybe, or I can solder it. But I wouldn't want it to be fixed on that board. Huh. So what I'm gonna do is I'll still use this connector, but this time maybe I'll solder each wire to the conductors on the connector, making sure that see now, there it goes again. And now it's working again. Push. Push. Yeah, it's working again. Yeah, okay. So at least we know for the load cell sensor, for the brake pedal, what the problem is. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do for now. Check this wire. Replace the connector. And test it again. Yeah. Okay. We can plug it now. Seems to be okay. Don't see why it shouldn't. It's working now. Okay, well, it seems to be working fine now. Well, at least we know if it gets loose, we just have to like press it in. I mean, yeah, before we completely finalize it, that's what we'll do first. In the meantime, let's move on to the gas pedal. I'm gonna cut these wires. Thinking of replacing it. Nah. Turning it around so the wire for the gas would be closer. Yeah. This is the gas. Boom, boom. I don't mind the springs, okay? These are all temporary springs. I'm ordering the right springs for that. That takes a while. Kinda. So we need to make sure we have enough conductors exposed. Now I know for sure that the gas pedal itself, like the Hall sensor, works, like because it worked on the other board. Now, so it's just the connector that we need to work on, or at least that's what I think. The wire is too short for us to. Okay, I'm gonna put down the board so it will be closer to the gas pedal. Put some. Will that be enough? No. You have to remove this. I'm using this stand so it's higher and closer to my eyes. My eye level, that is. Okay. Oh, but now we're gonna need to move the phone cam. Maybe this should. Yeah. Yeah. That should be close enough. Okay. Where's our shrink? Heat shrink. Not again. Same problem. Yeah, lesson learned here is before finalizing everything, you really need to test every step. like even before mounting the whole sensor to the pedal, I should have tested it on the board. We should have made sure the board is working before doing the hardware. Okay, okay. Especially the connections. And in a project like this where it will be subjected to a lot of motion, things could get loose so easily. So now I'm thinking I maybe would or should solder the whole sensor to the wires rather than having a connector there. That's a different thing when it comes to this end because we want to be able to like disconnect it from the board when we need to move the pedals or repair the board or whatever. Ah, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I wish there were like crimpers that's easy for making this kind of connections. Yeah, I'm beginning to hate doing this. So maybe should I solder this? I'm not holding it right, I guess. And it's I need an eye lens for this. Okay. And yeah. Okay. For the signal wire. And maybe I should look for better, like a better wire, because I'm just repurposing an old USB wire. So the power lines are good, like It's got a lot of conductors there, but the signal line, this green thing here, is much thinner. Like it's probably half. The gauge of the power lines. Okay. Let's try to zoom in. Maybe you can see better. What happened? Zoom it out again. I think it's the battery. Oh, the battery by remote. Okay. 3 pins. Oh, red, black, and green. Now, which goes to which pin? Well, hold on. I'm gonna check this. Check our board. Red is on the outermost. So that would be red. And this, the middle is always the ground, which is black. And green is your signal. Goes to the other end. Come on. Okay. Red is not quite in yet. Sorry. There you go. And we connect. Okay. Now we go back to our Arduino. So what we'll do is, hold on. Let's look for another sample, which is using sensors. Is it analog read? Yeah, analog input. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's the clutch, which goes to the. Oh yeah, I was using the clutch port. Okay, that's okay. It's gonna be sensor A0. Yeah, I wired my clutch to A0. So what we just want to do is just do an analog read basically. So we don't need to really copy this whole program. Let me just put this here. And then I'm gonna loop, get some values from there. And val is equal to analog read. Or is it analog read? Is it? Just copy it. Sensor value. Is it an int? Yeah, it's an int. Equal to 0. And then, instead of printing on our chart, let's print the sensor value. There. Quite simple, see? You just basically do an analog read of that pin. And when we put it in our joystick code, we convert that into a joystick access value. Okay, so I guess this should work. Let's try. Uploading. Okay. It's uploaded. Let's look at our monitor. Is it changing? Wait, let's wait until we get that off the ground. No. Maybe there should be no delay. Let's see. Let's try to comment this out. No. Okay. Ooh. No, it's not reading any value there. Maybe it's a good idea to put a delay. Maybe just a short delay. How about 100? No saving. You don't need to save now. Okay. It's fluctuating. It should stay within a certain way. Let's do some testing then. First, we check if we're getting voltage. um, from the center. No, we're not. No, we're not. It's 0. So that already is a problem. It should be a 5 volt like this one. Okay. So why don't we try moving it then? Move it to the other. Well, at least we know this one has 5 volts there. But let's test this too. Oh, it has. Oh, but the wire is not touching. Okay. Because I was testing the wire. Might have to go. We have some visitors. I just heard them come in. So, oh yeah, not good again. Not good. I guess when I come back, I'll solder it first before inserting them to the casing. That could be a problem. That could be the problem. Because yeah, I can see now the green wire is loose already. Like it's getting off from the conductor. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Ah, no, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that first, and later when I come back. But I don't know how long they'll be here. So in a worst case, I'll have to continue tomorrow. Anyway, it's a Sunday, so happy weekend. Bye bye.